the Omega. This is the what's it called?
Ultraman.
Again? The Ultraman.
Yep.
I was going to call it the Iron Man. I can't forgot. But the Ultraman itself, they sold in the space of 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes, yeah.
That's a lot of money, however.
That's a lot of money.
Do you regret buying it, or
Not
how
at
do
all.
you feel?
Not at all.
When are you going to jump off the curve? They're
Jump off
very
the curve.
collectible, like that.
I'm not.
You're gonna
This will never be sold.
Oh, you're not selling
No,
it?
no. This is going to go to my kids. This is a piece that will go to my kids.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not interested in flipping.
No.
Well, I'm not interested in flipping, but this was never a piece that I bought to flip.
We're drinking coffee, by the way.
Coffee.
Coffee increases the ratings. So
Just ask Peter McKinnon. And look,
yes,
my t-shirt.
T-shirt. So the thing is, there with the watches themselves, there, we were saying before. I was just saying to you that for an average bloke to buy one $8,000 to $10,000 watch is bloody hard, isn't it?
Well,
if you've got kids,
yeah, and that's
a
why
wife, car payments,
$8,000 to $10,000 isn't it?
It's a lot of money.
Amount of money. I mean,
a lot of money.
most guys
Yes.
who aren't watch nerds,
Yes.
and that's why brands like Tag Heuer
Yes.
have been successful. And their prices have come up quite a lot over the last few years. But it wasn't that long ago you could buy a Carrera
Yes.
for $3,500.
Well,
And I remember looking at, before I bought that Christopher Ward, I wanted a Carrera. So this was before I was
bought the Carrera.
yeah.
but
This was
in
before I was
hindsight-
particularly educated about
Yes.
watches.
Yes.
And then I sort of found out, oh yeah, so it's got this ETA movement 7750. Oh, but this brand over here. So I was looking at it from a mechanical point of
Okay.
perspective. So I
Yes.
found these other brands that
Yes.
use the same movement. So I was like,
Yes.
well, why would I pay $3,500 for the tag when I can buy this Christopher Ward or whatever,
Yes.
which has the same movement? I was looking at what you're buying on the inside as opposed
Yes.
to the overall holistic thing.
Yes.
So anyhow, yeah, back then it was $3,500
Yes.
for a Carrera. I think they're up around the 5,000 mark or something now. They've gone a little bit crazy.
Mind you, with the Batman, right? The Rolex Batman, they're impossible to get.
Yes.
Like they're selling on the secondary market 20,000 Australian dollars, which is a lot of fucking money. You can buy a Formula One, the Batman bezel, the black and
Yes.
the blue. You can buy that for about 2.5.
And for the average guy who
That's
doesn't
not a
know
terrible
watches,
watch. That's not no, I'm not. I don't think, in all honesty, jokes aside, Tag Heuer isn't garbage. What I mean, that's a luxury brand to most people. Most people,
Yeah.
that is an expensive
I
watch.
always viewed that brand as, and this is not talking about Heuer, like
Yes.
vintage Heuer, which is great, and some of their new Heuer, like the Octavias and stuff, they're really cool.
Yes.
But your average run of the mill, like a Tag Formula One, for
Yes.
instance, that is the watch that a guy who knows nothing about watches buys when he
Yes.
wants to buy himself
A nice watch.
a good watch, because he sits there and watches the Formula One or the Olympic
sees
or
Tag
some sort of
Heuer.
sport. And there's timing by Tag Heuer, and there's signage
Yeah.
on the racetrack.
Well,
and so forth.
I had the Monaco. Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah. But the Monaco's, there's nothing wrong with that either.
People criticised it. They said, "Oh, it's got a Solita." I tell you what, in the watch world, there are a lot of nasty fuckers out there. Really.
No.
No, they criticise everything. You can never make the right decision. You never buy things to please the audience. That's
No, you
100%.
you do it for yourself. I mean,
yeah, you never ever do that to please someone, because you'll be very unhappy.
if you go out and spend that money
Very
wanting people
unhappy.
to notice it, especially in this day and age,
But I
you're
mean,
going to be very disappointed.
You must admit, with your friends and that, you're doing pretty well for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Very expensive classic car. You've got luxury at home. You've got a wife and children. You're a successful man, really. All the
Could be doing
things
worse.
of success you've got.
Yeah.
$10,000 is a lot of money, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's a big chunk of change.
This is why there's such viciousness on the forums, is that you have one, so you get yourself 8,000, 10,000, whether it's a Rolex or Omega, it doesn't matter. You get something at that level, then you buy a cheaper one, say 4,000. then you've run out of money.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to be cool in this group. You've got to keep buying $10,000 watches, and it's a lot of pressure.
It doesn't matter what it is that you're dealing with, be it watches, be it cars, be it guitars, be it cameras,
there's always
be it
someone
whiskey
who's got
collections.
more.
There's always somebody who's got more and has got
Yes.
better stuff.
Yes.
There's always a richer guy. There's always a faster car. You know, it doesn't matter what model Porsche you go and buy, there's going to be a faster one. And if there's not a faster one now, next year there will be.
Yes.
It's just the way of the world.
Yes, it's kind of like you look at my whiskey collection, you say to yourself, what a great sorrow there, because he hasn't enjoyed them. He's kept them in the bottle with the cork, and you know, it's just very shame. And
well, you know, as we were saying
it's
before,
how it is, isn't it?
I'm a whiskey drinker, not a whiskey collector. So yeah, I'll buy a bottle of whiskey and it'll be gone.
But see, for me, my whiskey collection is when someone tells me they're sick. I had a good friend, Murray, was dying. I went over there, took a bottle of Blue Label Johnny Walker. We drank the bottle. Or we actually drank half the bottle, then he had an accident, but that's another story, right? He fell over and hurt himself, right?
Yep.
But what I'm trying to say is that's what I think some of that stuff should be saved for, shouldn't it, or what?
Yeah, look, you might see guys that that enjoyed a particular whiskey with a friend who then died, and then they'll stock up on that particular whiskey and have a glass of it on the anniversary of their death every year forever.
Yes.
Whiskey's
a good thing.
There are people that do that sort of thing, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Whiskey's a great
but
thing.
I struggle with the idea of just buying it, leaving it on the shelf. It's like
Yes.
one of the saddest places on earth is Lindsay Fox's car collection in Melbourne. You go in there and he's got this amazing collection of cars.
And they're not driven.
And they're not driven. You know, there's 1970s Porsches and even there's a 70s Volkswagen Beetle. These cars that have got 1,000 kilometres on them. Yeah, that's no life for the car. It's sad for the car. And the ones that have been used have been so over restored.
Yes.
All that patina's gone. You know, there's an SS Jaguar, and it looks showroom new.
Yes.
You know, this is a car from the 1930s or 40s or whenever it is.
Yes.
And it doesn't show its history. It's it's perfect, which is well and good. But what's the point of having it and looking at it? Get out and use it and enjoy it. I say, drink your whiskey, enjoy it. Use your car, wear your watch. You know, don't put it in the safe and leave it there and never wear it, because it might be worth something one day. The value is, for me, is in using it and enjoying it. And it was Jeremy Clarkson who I remember seeing.
He said that you're not a true petrol head until you've owned an Alfa Romeo.
An Alfa Romeo, yes. Or petrol head or mad.
Yes.
But the other thing, he was talking about toy cars.
Toy cars.
And he had all these toy cars as a kid.
Yes.
And he played with them, and they got chip paint damaged. And somebody said to him, wouldn't you love to have those cars that you had as a child in mint condition? They'd be worth so much. And he said, well, no, I wouldn't like that at all, because of the years of enjoyment as a child that he had from those toy cars, putting the scratches on them.
Yes.
Putting the damage on them, wearing the wheels out.
That's a bit intense there.
Yeah, so the value in the product there for him was the childhood of memories that they created, not the fact that in 50 years' time, some rich collector is going to say, oh, look, there's a 1960 Corgi Ferrari. I'll give you £200 for that.
Yes. So what?
So what?
Yes. No, that's a very fair comment there, Nige.
Wear your watches.
Let's make another video.